Dear students, today I am going to teach you the pressure section of the chapter Force and Pressure. So this is a very easy concept. In your daily life, you have seen that when we try to push a nail into a wooden plank by its head, then we see that we cannot succeed. But if we now try to push the nail by the pointed end, then we can see that we get success, because the surface area of the pointed end is small as compared to that of the head of the nail. So and thus our force gets exerted on the wooden plank effectively. So this force acting on a unit area of a surface is called pressure. Thus pressure is nothing but the ratio between force and area on which it acts. Now in this formula you can see that the area on which it acts is in the denominator, whereas force is in the numerator. So more the area, less will be the pressure, and less the area, more will be the pressure. So here in this case, when we push the nail by the pointed end, the surface area decreases, that is the area decreases on which the force we are applying, and so the pressure gets increased, and so it gets easily pushed into the wooden plank. Also you can see that porters place a round piece of cloth on their heads before carrying the heavy loads, because this increases the area of contact. Area of contact means the surface area, and since the area increases, in turn the pressure decreases, and so they can easily carry the heavy load on their head. Pressure is also exerted by liquids and gases. If we pour water on a bottle or on a container like this, then on each wall of the container the water or the liquid present is exerting some pressure. For example, if we hold our bottle like this, then we can see that whenever it gets chance, it comes out in this way. So this is possible, this becomes possible because the liquid is constantly exerting pressure on the wall of the bottle, and when it gets a hole, it comes out with the pressure with the force on the acting on the wall of the bottle. So we can say that liquids exert pressure on the walls of the container. Similarly, gases also exert pressure. Similar to the liquid, gases too exert pressure on the walls of the container. We can understand this by an example. Suppose we want to inflate a balloon. Now if there is hole in the balloon, then if we try to pour the air in the balloon, or if we try to inflate the balloon, we face severe difficulties. We cannot become successful. This is because the gas is constantly coming out of the hole, and so we cannot get success in our work. Similar to the gaseous pressure, we will also understand now what is atmospheric pressure. This is a very simple concept, because we know in our atmosphere, that is the envelope of air around us, many gases are present, and this air and these gases and the air extends up to many kilometers above the surface of the earth. And since gas exerts pressure, so air will also exert pressure, and the pressure exerted by this air is known as atmospheric pressure. So with this I conclude the chapter. This chapter is very much easy. Now please go through the notes that I have uploaded in the WhatsApp group as well as in the school application. So go through the notes and try to solve the exercise questions by watching this video thoroughly and learning the notes. I hope you can do it, and if any problem comes, then you can ask me in the comment section.